Dun, 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 dun. Woo! Ah!
It's time.
What is up, my brethren? I feel honored that anybody would be watching my videos in the first place, let alone liking and subscribing. In the past 28 days, I've gotten over 240 new subscribers, and that might not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but it's a lot to me, and it means a lot to me. The fact that any of you would want to watch my videos in the first place, I feel very blessed. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. So you guys seem to have some opinions. So I thought it would be fun to make another video commenting on your comments. If you haven't watched the previous video, I'll link to that in the description. It seems like we are a country divided. Some people are definitely camp Natalia is a minor. Other people are very much camp Natalia's an adult. It doesn't seem like there's very much in between. Now, let me be clear. I am very much in between.
Betwixt.
I can't decipher exactly what is real and who is telling the truth. It seems like there are legitimate claims on both sides. There aren't a lot of updates to this case since my last video, but one of the things that has been happening, Michael Barnett has been making his rounds on talk shows like Dr. Oz. I don't know about you, but for me, Dr. Oz is not really the most credible media source.
Embarrassing things in the past, but this might be my most mortifying request yet. Today, I have asked everyone in our audience to bring in a pair of their underwear.
So I don't necessarily lend a lot of credence to the Dr. Oz show or anything that he says, really. So Michael has been conducting interviews about this case. He seems calm, he seems genuine during these interviews. Nothing about the interviews that I've seen indicates that he's just flat out lying. He seems just calm, collected. Seems like he's very confident in his version of the story. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Some people are very good at telling stories and seeming credible.
Yes, absolutely. So after that day when we had the play date with another girl with the exact same kind of dwarfism that Natalia had, and supposedly at the exact same age, you knew immediately these two people were nowhere near the same level of maturity. And then when the Ukrainian woman began speaking to Natalia in what was supposed to be her native language, which Natalia has never had an accent her entire life, she got very angry and very upset and began to lash out.
In the interview, he seems to reiterate some of the things that Kristine had said. He also added some stories that Kristine didn't tell in her interview with Daily Mail, which I also find interesting that Michael is the one making the rounds doing these interviews and not Kristine. Kristine, it seemed like, was the one who came out first with her story with Daily Mail. I haven't really heard anything from her since, but I could be missing something. If there's interviews with Kristine that I haven't seen or talked about, definitely mention those in the comments. I find it interesting that Michael would want to go on shows and do interviews. Is he just wanting to plead his case? Is he just wanting to get the truth out there, the quote-unquote truth? Is he trying to influence potential jurors? Is he trying to influence public opinion, win the court of public opinion? I'm not really sure. Don't lawyers normally recommend not talking to the media before a trial? On the other hand, the fact that he is willing to do all of these interviews and go on all of these shows and talk about it openly, it shows that he's confident, or definitely seems to believe, the version of events and story that he's telling the media. So I don't know. I'll put it back on you guys. What do you think? Do you think he's telling the truth? Do you think it's weird that he's going on these shows? Do you think it's weird that he's going on Dr. Oz? Or was that just like slim pickings? All right, so let's get to your comments. So Brenda Evans said, "So sus." I think she's calling me sus, which is pretty accurate. That was my nickname in college, preschool. "How many adoption agencies cold call people who were trying to adopt a child from Haiti? And the adopting parents never had heard of the adoption agency before. And when does an adopted daughter run into her new parents, calling them mom and dad? Evidence from the adopt father interviewed." Oh, okay. Interviewed on a show this morning called, yeah, okay. I think she brings up some valid points, but that's of course, also if you only believe Michael Barnett's version of the story. And is he telling the truth? Is Kristine telling the truth? We don't know. Lisa M said, for sure, best person on here that has explained it properly. Well, I will forgive you for using the wrong here, Lisa, because you are absolutely 100% correct. So not everybody agrees with the Barnetts. A lot of people think that they're lying, and this comment from Kathy Turman I think is a good one. Sorry, I don't believe Kristine. Just by looking at the photos, you can see that she's grown from a little girl into a teenager. The mother looks like Natalia. The resemblance is uncanny. I thought the Barnetts settled on Pine Sol on the Dr. Oz show. That is a good point. Different sources say different things. Now, is it the source messing the information up? Is it Kristine and Michael Barnett telling different stories? Because is their story consistent? Because it was bleach or Windex or something when Kristine told her story to the Daily Mail. I think if you caught someone red-handed pouring something into your drink, you would remember exactly what it was. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Kathy. Why has the story changed? And maybe there were multiple instances with the Pine Sol and the bleach, or maybe they're lying. This next comment was a reply to Kathy Turman, the previous comment that I just talked about. And it says it's from Cynthia Mans. Now, Cynthia Mans is the wife of Antwon Mans, who attempted to take guardianship of Natalia. Is this comment? Is there a lurker on my YouTube video? Is this the actual Cynthia Mans? If you click on her profile, you can't tell. There's no like videos, there's not really any identifying information. There was a playlist with like some gospel music, I think, or her husband Antwon Mans is a pastor. Could this be a coincidence? Could be a fake account, or this could be the real Cynthia Mans lurking on my videos. Not sure. So Dawn Phillips said, how could she go to school and pass the entrance exams at such a young age, like 10 years old? My child was in like 5th grade at the time and couldn't pass a college entrance exam. Wow, she must be a genius, not a normal 10-year-old. Now, I think this is a valid point, and there were a couple of different comment threads about this issue, and I think the real question is, what is the actual entrance exam, and what grade level is it actually at? The school's website says that applicants must have a junior high level. Now, how do you define junior high? And I think that was another thing, was like, well, does it start in 6th grade or does it start in 7th grade? When I was in school a million years ago, because I'm old as shit, junior high was 7th grade. So does that mean it was a minimum 7th grade level, or now middle school is like 6th grade? So does that mean that they just need to be able to get into like a junior high level? Like, is it 6th grade level, or are we talking they have to already have the junior high level education and they're have to test it essentially like past 8th grade or 9th grade level? If it is a 6th grade level, a 10 or 11 year old having to test at a 6th grade level is totally reasonable. If it's a 9th grade level, a 10 or 11 year old testing at a 9th grade level seems a lot more far-fetched and seems a lot more unlikely. There's also the neighbor that said that she regularly hung out with Natalia and said that she seemed like an adult. She had classes with her. She went to the same school. I don't know, but that is a huge question for me, is how did she pass that entrance exam? Because in my mind, I think of having a junior high level education as already having that education and needing to test at entrance to high school level education. Basically needing to have an education to enter 9th grade. But that might not be how this alternative school defines it. So Harley Quinn, hey, DC Comics fan, huh? Harley Quinn said, if she's over 18, they should set the parents free. I would be inclined to agree with you. If Natalia is an adult, I don't think Kristine and Michael should go to jail. Was it ethical given Natalia's inherent disabilities and things like that? That's an entirely different question, and I don't know, because I don't know her and her specific circumstances, if she really has the ability to take care of herself as an adult. But I think if she's an adult, why should they be in legal trouble? Sue's Anna. She's suing Anna? Or it's Sue's Anna? Or she just sues people named Anna? The mother also looks spelled looks wrong. The mother also looks like a psychopath as well. I can't make that judgment call. I don't know. I mean, she was interviewed with the use of a translator. How much was lost in translation? Are there cultural differences in how she's responding to certain things? Is the mother telling the truth? I don't know. Or the person claiming to be the mother, the Daily Mail says that they found, is that true? I don't know. Stella Bell Murray says, this case is driving me bananas. Thank you for this update. Firstly, you're welcome. And I concur. I wholeheartedly concur. This case is driving me bananas. Just an A. A said, WTF, crying smiley face with a shruggy shrug. I don't know. I agree. So Brianna Wellman said, if she's an adult, I don't think they should charge them with abandoning a dependent because the adoption would be null and void because you cannot adopt an adult, so she would not be their dependent. I think this brings up an interesting point. If she's an adult, would that necessarily nullify the adoption? Now, you can adopt an adult. They would be classified as a dependent depending on their disability level, I think, and that is the whole point of the legal argument that even if she is an adult, the Barnetts could still face jail time and fines. But I think it's an interesting question if you go back to the beginning, is the adoption valid if Natalia really was an adult at that time and was lying? Splendor in the Grass said, you're so sexy. Splendor in the Grass, thank you. I would be lying if I said I disagreed with you. So I think that's where I'm going to end the video. I really appreciate all of the people that have been watching my videos, liking, commenting. I'll link to all the previous videos before. I've put them in a playlist as well so that you can watch them in order as the story has unfolded. Or you can just pick which one you like. I definitely want to know your thoughts on this story. What side do you agree with? Who do you think is telling the truth? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. If you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll talk to you soon.